Hey there campers, Jason here again with today's Scouting at Home video. Today we're going to talk about a series that we're going to do over the coming week about different ways to make fire. But today I'm going to do some basic fire knowledge, I guess, impart some fire knowledge, there we go, to you today so that you can be ready for the coming week. Once again, if you are enjoying these Scouting at Home videos, we encourage you to consider donating and helping us to bring these to you, to help support these and help us to continue to bring these into your home. But for now, let's talk about how to build a fire, I guess, if you will. We're going to be doing a lot of different interesting ways to start a fire over the coming week, but to do that, we need you to know a few safety things, and then you're going to need to know the types of wood that you're going to need to start a fire. So first, let's talk about safety. Always make sure that if you're going to start a fire, that an adult is aware and that they are potentially helping you if you don't have your fireman kit, if you will. Always want to make sure that you're building a fire inside of a fire ring or a fire pit. I'm here in the backyard of one of my neighbors who is also a scout, and they have a great fire pit here. You can see I'm going to get the view here a little better. You can see it's always in the same place. It's got a ring to help protect, and you can, if you were to look up, there are some trees around, but there's no branches hanging over really close. So it's a nice safe place to build a fire. They have water nearby so that they can put it out if they need to, and it is contained. So you always want to make sure that you're building a fire in a safe space, right? You don't want to build it just in your driveway or on the yard, something like that, clearly. So always make sure that you're keeping safety in mind. Fire can be hot, be dangerous if you're not using it correctly. So now let's talk about the types of wood that you're going to need if you're going to start a fire. There's three types of wood that you're going to want. That is tinder, kindling, and fuel, and it deals with different sizes. You're not going to be able to just start a big log on fire. You're going to need to start small and work your way up. We'll talk about how you lay the fire out and how you do that in some later videos. Today I'm just going to show you the different types of wood that you're going to want to use. And I've got some over here behind me. So if we make our way, whoops, try not to trip, make our way over here, you're going to be able to see what I've got here in laid out. So the first we're going to talk about is tinder. And that is really, really small stuff, right? So like pencil size and down. The great thing about this is that it lights easily. You don't need to have a big roaring fire to get that going, and then that starts to burn and starts to light the bigger stuff. So you're actually going to need quite a lot of this. I like to get a good handful size, if not a little extra. I've got some wood shavings from a woodworking project that I was doing here as well. They can work pretty well. I've got some pieces of larger stuff that I cut off with a knife or a hatchet if you needed to make small shavings. But the point is you want lots and lots of small stuff that's going to light easily. And that's what you're going to start with. That's called tinder. The next size up is called kindling, and that kind of ranges in size. And in fact, I have two piles here. I've got some stuff that is not too big. It's about the size around of like one of my fingers. This one's about my pinky finger. And you're going to need a good amount of that as well. And then you go up in size just a little bit. This is, I can actually grab it. This is kind of on the verge of fuel, kind of medium size. But what you're going to want to do is get progressively bigger and bigger and bigger until you get up to fuel, which is a good sized split log here. You're not going to be able to start this right away. You're going to have something smaller. So again, start with tinder, move on to kindling, and then you get to fuel. And if you're going to be successful in starting a fire and keeping it going, you're going to want to have all of that gathered in the beginning. If you spend some time looking around and gathering the stuff that you're going to need before you start, you're going to be much more successful getting it started and keeping it going right away. Otherwise, you're going to be fighting it, um, you know, going through several matches or several whatever type of lighting that we're going to be talking about here over the next few days. So I hope that you spend a little time gathering some stuff up, because we've got a lot of really neat ways to start fires on the docket for you as you tune in on Monday through Friday of next week. You are going to learn a lot of really neat ways to start a fire. So I hope you enjoy that, and I hope you are enjoying all of our Scouting at Home videos. Have a great day and stay safe out there.